Do congressional term limits requiring a constitutional amendment? Have you ever wondered if we can limit how long members of Congress can serve? This topic has sparked plenty of debate. To put it simply, yes, imposing term limits on members of Congress does requiring a constitutional amendment. Right now, the United States Constitution does not place any limits on how many terms a member of the House of Representatives or the Senate can serve. This means that to set term limits, we need to go through the amendment process outlined in Article 5 of the Constitution. So, how does this amendment process work? There are two ways to propose an amendment. First, a two-thirds vote in both the House of Representatives and the Senate can do it. Alternatively, two-thirds of state legislatures can call for a constitutional convention. After an amendment is proposed, it must be ratified by 3/4 of the states to become part of the Constitution. Many Republicans have long supported the idea of congressional term limits. They believe it can help reduce the number of career politicians and bring in fresh perspectives. This aligns with their principles of limited government and reducing the size and scope of federal power. However, efforts to pass term limits through Congress have often fallen short. For instance, in 1997, a vote in the House on term limits did not reach the necessary two-thirds majority. The Senate never held a final vote on the issue. Recently, some Republican lawmakers, like Senator Ted Cruz and Representative Ralph Norman, have introduced proposals for a constitutional amendment to limit terms. They typically suggest limits, such as 6 two-year terms for House members and to 6-year terms for senators. These proposals still need to pass Congress or lead to a constitutional convention called by the states. The alternative path, a convention of states under Article 5, requires 34 states to call for the convention and 38 states to ratify any proposed amendment. This method has never been used and comes with uncertainties, including the challenge of coordinating identical proposals among states and concerns about a runaway convention proposing unrelated amendments. From a Republican viewpoint, pursuing a constitutional amendment for term limits is seen as a way to restore accountability. They argue that limiting terms can prevent entrenched incumbency, which can hinder the principles of limited government. Term limits are viewed as a practical reform to reduce government overreach. By ensuring regular turnover in Congress, it can help curb the expansion of federal power and promote responsiveness to constituents. In summary, congressional term limits cannot be imposed by statute or state law alone. They requiring a constitutional amendment achieved through the rigorous process set forth in Article 5. Republican efforts continue to focus on this path to achieve meaningful reform that aligns with conservative values of limited government and accountability.